You want to see the real Superman? You want to see the way the Man of Steel should be portrayed? I introduced you guys to Adventures of Superman, issue number 10. This book has two stories in it, both connected to each other. The Daily Planet receives a gigantic bag of letters to guess who? Superman, in the care of Lois Lane and Clark Kent. So Lois and Clark have a bunch of letters, and you see Superman reading a bunch of letters. And in the first story, which is very, I don't know, I get the feeling of like, it's very cartoon-esque, but it's really, really good. I mean, I love the way it's drawn. It kind of reminds me, it's like the same, the artist on the cover does the first story. And the art is really nice. I mean, it's more of a cartoonized Superman, as you can see, but it's really good. And this boy has this problem. He's turning into this monster, and he wants Superman to save his town from the monster, which is him. He wants basically Superman to kill him, and he goes above and beyond to try to get Superman to kill him, and Superman says, fine, I promise I'll kill you. And he turns back into his human form, and he's like, you promise? He's like, I promise to kill the monster, not the child. And he brings him to Star Labs, and he finds out why he's turning into a monster, and that it's most likely incurable. And you know, the boy thanks him. He's like, why are you thanking me? I couldn't do anything. And then he gets called away to something else, and the boy's like, go, maybe you could save him like you saved me. We then go into a second story, which is really Superman versus Metallo, but you're reading the letter as this fight between Superman and Metallo is going on. And it turns out the little girl that wrote this letter was actually there during this fight. And then we find out later on that she's actually in a ward, I believe a cancer ward. And Superman shows up after reading this letter. And if this story, the last couple of pages, from this page all the way through to the end, doesn't put a lump in your throat, then either you're not one to feel, you know, what you read, or you really don't. You're very good at hiding your emotions. But it was such a heartwarming and not in your throat feeling, because you have Superman there who's saying that this girl who has cancer is really his hero, and she says thank you. And you see, look at, this is Superman. Look at the face. That's like the salt of the earth Superman. Grew up in Kansas City, that the people like me who've read Superman for so many years know and love. This is a Superman. This is a Superman that you can respect, that you can look up to. Regardless of, you know, he's unbelievable with his powers. He's too much of a Boy Scout. That was, and in essence still is, who Superman is and what Superman is. He's supposed to be unbelievable. He's not supposed to be somebody like you and me. He's supposed to be this person, this godlike superhero that we look up to. Not that we're gonna want to emulate 100%, but somebody to look up to and respect and, you know, wish we could be like, but never could actually make it to that level. And in the end, he actually tells this girl, he offers this girl a flight. And he actually, that's what he's reaching out for. He's like, will you join me in, are you ready to go? And that's where it ends. The second story was a lot more emotional, I feel, than the first. But both stories definitely capture the true essence of who Superman really is. And it's not, excuse me, it's not this guy. It's not him. It's him. This is the new Superman. The Superman that we are all led to believe is the current Superman. The Superman that the writers of DC Comics want you, the readers, to know and believe is the Superman. For the new readers, and because of what was going on with the Siegel-Schuster family and everything, this is your Superman. This is the guy that you're supposed to believe is Superman now. I'm sorry, but I feel that a lot of the egotistical writers nowadays, who are very proud or self-important, believe that this is what we have to like as Superman, and this is who we have to believe is Superman. But ladies and gentlemen, I don't care what anybody says, and I'll read Superman, and if I like the story, I'll like it. If I don't, I won't. This character, this portrayal of Superman with the underwear, let's get real, people. So it's red underwear. Even if he wears this costume, you take this Superman and put him in this costume, that's the real Superman. The Superman that we're getting in the New 52 is not the true, and never will be the true Superman, because this is the one that was raised right. This is the one that we have through eons and centuries looked up to. That guy was created by a bunch of writers who wanted to make an impact and reboot the DC universe that we old readers remember and think fondly back of. This is the Superman that took years and years from tons and tons of big writers to write. This was a Superman. This is the mythology Superman. This is the I know I'm forgetting the legend of Superman is here. That I don't know. But that's it for this review, guys. Before I go into a huge tangent, don't forget to check out Comic Related and ComicFrontline.com. Together we are your #1 source for comic-related news, reviews, and a whole bunch more. Feel free to comment below any thoughts you guys have. And if you haven't subscribed to Comic Frontline, please do. This way you get all of our videos in your sub box and you don't miss out on a single one in case there's something you might want to see. And until next time, everybody, take care, keep reading, keep collecting, and I will see you guys in the next review. Take care, everybody.